Have you ever considered a stay at the Hyatt Regency at the Orlando Airport? Here are 3 reasons why we think you might want to. Hi, I'm Shannon from WDW and today I wanted to talk to you about something you may not have known about or been able to try yet, and that is that there is a Hyatt Regency at the Orlando Airport, and it's one of only, I think, a handful of airports in the United States that has a hotel that's right in the airport. Like, you don't have to take a shuttle to get there, nothing. It's literally right there, right by the baggage claim, right when you exit TSA, all that kind of stuff. And we use it regularly, and I wanted to make sure that you knew about it because sometimes when we mention it, like on social media and stuff, people aren't aware. So the MCO Hyatt is located at the end of the airport with gates 70 to 129, I believe it is. And that is where you come out from Southwest. Fly. I'm most familiar with Southwest, but that doesn't mean that you have to be on those airlines to stay there. Anybody that's going into the Orlando Airport can do it. You just have to walk to the other end. The way to get there is after you get your bags from baggage claim, if you have them, you need to go back up to the 3rd floor because the Orlando Airport is that weird shape where you come in on the 3rd floor, have to go down to baggage claim, and then if you need to do anything back up the 3rd floor, then you have to go back up the elevator or escalator. You go up there and there is an opening that is underneath the sign right on that end of the airport, and you just go in and take the elevators up to the registration desk where you can get your keys and get checked in and all that kind of stuff. The rooms themselves, excuse the messy beds, we took this video on the way out, are very comfortable with queen beds, and the amenities in the bathroom are some of my favorites that I have had in a hotel room. There is some water included, and you'll have different views that are possible, including looking out at the airplanes taking off or the lobby. Now, there are multiple reasons that we like doing this. One is currently I live in Mexico, so now when I fly in, it is late at night. So my planes land at 10:30 at night, midnight, later. And so it's just easier to have a hotel right there so I don't have to then catch a car to Disney World and pay Disney World prices for the overnight stay when I can just roll right in there and get some sleep and then start my Disney World trip the next morning. So that's one way we do that right now. All of our trips start at the Hyatt. I book it with my Capital One points because I just have them accumulating from the business charges. And so it's just an easy way to do it. And then we have our Disney World bookings that will begin our trip in the morning. Another reason that we use it is as a day pass. So you can get a day pass right on the MCO Hyatt website. And the way that this comes in handy for us is if there's a gap between checking out of a hotel and your flight, then it can be nice to have a place to put your bags down, to take a nap. You can go swimming, take a shower, etc. And we have done that a couple of times, and you can do that right on the MCO Hyatt website. Another reason that we use it is for before a cruise. So we always recommend that people who are taking cruises, and in this case, it would be out of Port Canaveral, you fly in the day before or drive in the day before or whatever, because you don't want to risk having delays and missing the ship the day of. So fly in the day before and then stay at the MCO Hyatt and then go to the port the next morning when the cruise begins. In fact, when you stay at the MCO Hyatt, you are very likely to run into lots and lots of people in cruise gear. It's kind of fun to be there among them if you're not on a cruise because you can see their excitement. But even more fun if you're going on the cruise because it is very easy to be picked up there. We use a private car service, Quicksilver Transportation. I will link to them in the description here if you are looking for a car service, and they will pick you up there and take you to the port. Disney Transportation also does pick up here. And what most people think of is Disney World hotels because it's like Disney Transportation, Disney hotels. But the benefit of having Disney Transportation pick you up here is it doesn't have lots of stops. If you have Disney Transportation picking you up at Disney World, it goes to multiple resorts, so it can take a little bit of time. But when it's here, it is directly at the hotel, and then they drive you to the port. So we really like the MCO Hyatt, and I would just highly suggest that if you're in any of these situations where you have like a late flight coming in, or you have a big gap in time, or if you just need a place to sleep before a cruise, that you strongly consider it. This is not sponsored. It's just FYI because people ask us about it all the time. So I'll link to information in the description here that might be helpful for you. But let us know if you have any questions. Thanks for joining.